Half a day. I'm Chef Peter Duenas of Mezcla Restaurants, and you're watching Food Obsession. So we just got into San Diego. We got our rental car, and we're headed to North County, where I'm gonna hit up some of my favorite Mexican hotspots. And on my sights on this trip is definitely gonna be some authentic Tijuana style street tacos. First stop, Valerie's Taco Shop in Oceanside. So, as usual, I got my combination. I got a potato taco, which is very new to me. I heard that's like the hip thing now in this area, doing potato tacos with a substitute for meat. And I think it's a great concept. I have some good reviews on it. I also got one of my favorite tacos, fish tacos. And I couldn't help but order me a 2-pound burrito, Angus steak burrito. They were here at Valerie's Taco Shop, and Valerie's is like more of a modern hip twist on taquerias or traditional taco shops. And I'm always up for some new stuff. So let's try the potato taco. Obviously, this is not a vegetarian taco by any means because there's cheese in it, sour cream, but to me, this is vegetarian. It's got a freshly fried taco shell, crunchy corn tortilla taco. And the potato has a lot of flavor. I taste the cilantro, the chilies, and the queso, the cheese is really, really good.
Okay.
Yes. So a typical fish taco here in Southern California would be a battered catfish fillet served in soft corn tortillas with shredded cabbage, a sour cream sauce, catfish, so succulent, tender. Now I'm gonna have it with some sauce. My go-to is the spiciest sauce.
Surf and serve any cheese and a rice bowl? Yeah.
Oh, good. Almost forgot to save some room for the burrito. You gotta love San Diego size burritos. I mean, this thing is literally 2 pounds at all. I'm gonna cut into it, cut me off with what I can chew. This is a Angus beef burrito with shrimp, with potatoes, with rice, with salsa, with sour cream, with guacamole. I mean, what more can you ask for? This puppy's loaded and is geared to make you full. It's like a surf and turf in a burrito. Holy smokes. Looking forward to it. Well, let me try it without the sauce. I don't even want to talk. I just want to keep biting. Surf and turf burrito. Bueno. Or delicious. Incredibly delicious. I've never had a burrito like this before today. And this is the bomb. Why didn't I think of this? Amazing. But it's not over yet. I'm on the hunt for some down and dirty street style tacos. I'm at one one of my favorite pit stops, La Taquiza, located here in Vista, California. And they got some really good street tacos. So let's go and see what the specials are today. We have one cabeza, one lengua, and one carnitas. Gotta put my onions and cilantro. So I've got a trio of tacos. I got tacos de lengua, which is a beef tongue taco. I've got carnitas, which is a shredded pork taco. And of course, one of my favorites, I got cabeza. And a cabeza is basically a cow head. It's cooked down, pork tender, just melts in your mouth. And this place is well known for these three items, so can't wait to dig in. So I'm gonna start off with the cabeza. Cabeza is really, really tender, delicate. So good. The flavors are subtle, very mild. It's not over seasoned, so you get all the flavors of the tendons and the fat. The sinew has been cooked down and is now like gelatinous. Of course, you have all the Mexican spices combined with the tomatillo salsa or tomatillo hot sauce. Moving on to the tacos de lengua or beef tongue. Beef tongue has a kind of a similar texture to chicken gizzard, and even though it's tender, it still has a little bit of bite that tells you you're having some beef tongue. And the flavor again is delicious. Try the carnitas tacos. Carnitas is a slow roasted pork. It's got all the flavorings of chili and cilantro stems, and it's slowly roasted until it's tender. I love how they take that tender shredded pork and you cook it on the flat grill. They give it a nice crisp outer layer while the inside is still tender and juicy. It just gives it that really nice bite. This has got to be my favorite so far. Can't wait to see what's for dinner. Tacos El Gordo, and as you can see, this place is popping. It's a busy spot for some Tijuana style street tacos. That's why we're here. Finally got my tacos. That line was vicious. I mean, it took a long time, but after watching everybody grab their food, you could tell each person was ordering a ton of tacos. And of course, I'm no different. I got some for later, and I got a little more exotic flavors going on. I got tacos de tripa, which is a beef intestine taco. I got tacos de buche, which is a pork stomach taco. We'll start off with the buche taco. Stomach. It's cooked for hours till it's tender. It's lightly crisp on the grill. It's so tender, lots of flavor. The handmade tortillas, freshly cooked to order. Of course, the sauteed scallions and the chilies. They make for an excellent vegetable while you're eating. Side dish. More spicy. Serrano chilies. Next, I got the tacos de tripa, beef intestines. Beef intestine again, slowly simmer to its tender. It's crisp at the end, chopped up. Beef intestine is definitely an acquired flavor. And it's got that livery, flavorful goodness. I love tripas tacos. Tacos El Gordo. It's a perfect ending to a wonderful trip here in San Diego. You gotta check it out. So we're back from an amazing food-tastic trip in San Diego, California. And I have to tell you, I must have been Mexican in a former life because I love Mexican food. And today, I got a great show planned out for you. I'm gonna start you off with a tribute to my friends, the Sangil family of Harmon Mart. I miss their roast beef tortillas that I used to get all the time. So I'm gonna do a spin-off of that, and it's kind of my version of a Chamorro fusion beef taco. I'm also gonna prepare fish tacos. Who doesn't like fish tacos? And lastly, I'm gonna prepare a surf and turf burrito, San Diego style. What do you say we get started? So we're gonna start off with our roast beef, and I've got just some basic ingredients. I've got a 2-pound top sirloin that I'm just gonna season with salt and pepper on all sides. Turn this around. Be generous with the salt and pepper. I've got a hot skillet and I'm gonna hard sear this. And I just wanna brown this on all sides. Okay, so we're gonna let that sear for about a minute on each side. And while that's working, we'll start working on the rest of our ingredients. Okay, so I'm gonna smash some garlic. I've got some cilantro stems and leaves that I'm gonna add into the mix. Got some sliced onion, some soy sauce, some chilies. Now I'm gonna add some lime juice to this. So the lime and the soy sauce is kind of my chamorro twist on the tacos. I'm gonna add a little bit of water, hot water, just to soften the soy sauce a little bit, and also allow for the beef to cook at a higher temp, and also to tenderize it, have that extra liquid, and this liquid is going to evaporate as it's cooking, so we don't want it to dry out during the process. Definitely want that liquid to last at least an hour and a half. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper in there. We'll check our beef again. Just turn that. Look at that, beautiful color. Okay, now our beef has a lot of nice color on it. Very nice. The smell is so pungent, making me hungry. I'm just gonna toss that in the marinade or the sauce mixture. All these flavors onto the meat. And now I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna seal it airtight with some foil. I'm gonna get this in a 400-degree oven for about an hour and a half, and then we'll get started on our other tacos. All right, so we'll get started on our marinade for our burrito filling. I've got beef and shrimp. As I mentioned earlier, I'm doing a surf and turf. I had this amazing surf and turf burrito at Valerie's Taco Shop. So I've got some carne asada that I've already stripped up. I've got some shrimp that's already peeled. The beef, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. And the same with the shrimp. I've got a little bit of red wine vinegar. I'm gonna add that to the mix as well. Some cilantro, fresh chopped cilantro, salt and pepper. Really the only difference is on the shrimp, I'm gonna put some paprika, some smoked paprika. And I'm going to squeeze some lime juice in both of the items. We've got a very similar marinade, except again the shrimp has paprika. I'm gonna give this a toss. And last but not least, my favorite hot sauce, Tabasco. Put a couple of dashes in there to give it that extra little kick. And we'll allow this to marinate for a few minutes, but in the meantime, we'll work on our cilantro lime sour cream that we're gonna use for our fish tacos and our surf and turf burrito. Got some sour cream. Got some lime that I wanna zest. So we're also gonna add the juice of a whole lime as well. I know sour cream is sour, but you gotta add a little bit of that tanginess. And I've got some fresh cilantro. I'm gonna add to that. And then now we're just gonna give that a toss. Add a little bit of salt. I like to add just a pinch and a half of sugar to sweeten it up a little bit and balance that sour tanginess. You just wanna incorporate that. And we're gonna allow this to chill. And we're gonna start working on our fish batter. So now we're gonna make a simple beer batter recipe for our crispy fish, for our fish tacos. Got some all-purpose flour. We've got Blue Moon beer, which makes for a great beer batter. Got a lot of bubbles, slight sweetness to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Give that a quick mix. Check on our marinated beef and shrimp. We'll get that working and we'll fry our fish. Okay, so we've got some hot pans. We're gonna saute our beef and shrimp for the surf and turf burrito. We're just gonna brown that real quick. It's gonna be a real quick process. You like that? I can do that too. Now the shrimp, you don't want to overcook the shrimp. Just a real quick saute. And it's done. The beef, we want to brown the beef a bit. So we've got our roast beef out of the oven. Let's check it out. Ooh, look at that. That looks amazing. So now we're gonna slice it up. We're gonna save that nice sauce in there because that's what's gonna make it even more appetizing. Okay, so I've got our beef chopped up. We've got a hot pan. I'm gonna throw the onions in there. Saute this onions up. We're gonna toss in our beef. And some of that sweet broth that it's been cooking in, just to help coat. Heaven. almost forgot. Gotta make the salsa fresca. So I'm gonna start off with some fresh tomato. Got some minced onion, some fresh cilantro. Got some hot serrano chilies. They're not too hot. And I've got some lime juice. So now we're gonna give it a quick toss. And the cilantro definitely makes the difference. So refreshing. So I'm gonna have Chef Lydia help me out. She's gonna griddle some tortillas while we fry our fish, and we'll get started with the plating. So I've got some catfish fillets that I'm gonna dredge in flour. And we're gonna deep fry this to a golden crispy finish. Okay, so now it's the fun part. We get to plate up, and we're gonna start off with our surf and turf burrito. And the great thing about this burrito is it's gonna be massive. We're gonna start off with some red rice. Of course, this is Chamorro style red rice. And one thing about burritos in California, Southern California especially, the burritos there are massive. I mean, who eats 2-pound burritos? I did. So we got our marinated beef that we're gonna spread on there. And we got our shrimp. So we're gonna add our shrimp in the mix. And that's what I was saying, it's a surf and turf burrito. And what I'm gonna do is add some guacamole on top. Add some of our cilantro lime sour cream. Definitely gonna be a hearty burrito. Salsa fresca or fresh tomato salsa. Okay, here comes the tricky part. Now we gotta roll this bad boy up. Voila. Massive 2-pound burrito, and we're gonna simply present it as such. I'm gonna add in some fresh breakfast radish and some limes. And we're gonna serve this with a roasted chili salsa. And that's the burrito. Let's get started on our tacos. We'll start off with our fish tacos. And we are gonna be doing 3 tacos per order. Now I'm gonna add a mixture of red and green cabbage and some scallions. We're gonna add our fish. Some nice big juicy pieces of catfish. Cilantro lime cream. I'm gonna add a nice dollop of that in there. Salsa fresca. A little bit of cheese. Some sharp cheddar. And of course, we got our roasted chili salsa that we made here, and serve that with some lime and some breakfast radish. Now on to our finale, the roast beef taco. We're making 3 tacos, and this time I'm doubling up the tortillas because this is what we kind of call a wet taco. One of the things I really loved about going to Harmon Mart in the mornings was they had this made fresh daily, and it was kind of like a pot roast beef stuffed into a homemade corn tortilla, and I just love going there for that. We're gonna do some onions and cilantro. The cilantro just kicks it up another notch. So again, we're gonna add some limes, the roasted chili salsa, and some breakfast radish. So there you have it, folks, our 3 San Diego inspired dishes. Our surf and turf burrito, a massive fully loaded burrito. Also our crispy fish tacos, Baja style. Our roast beef tacos, my tribute to the Sangil family of Harmon Mart. I really miss you guys, and thank you for watching. And don't forget, while this show is airing, come on in and give these 3 specials a try. Also, you can check us out on our YouTube channel, Food Obsession Guam, for this show and all our previous episodes.